The man did not know how long he had been lying there. Time felt broken. Darkness surrounded him, thick and heavy, like it was pressing on his chest. The air was cold. The ground beneath his body was hard and rough. Every breath burned his lungs. He could not move his legs. He could barely feel his arms. Pain spread through his body like fire under the skin. His head was spinning. Sounds came and went, low, distant noises, like metal breaking far away. Or maybe it was only inside his head. He thought, this is it. This is how my life ends. He tried to open his eyes, but they felt too heavy. His eyelids did not want to listen. He was tired. So tired. Giving up felt easy. Memories slowly filled his mind. He remembered Earth, blue skies, simple mornings, things he never cared about before. He remembered mistakes, words he never said, people he never said sorry to, moments he thought he would have again someday. But now there was no someday. A sharp pain hit his side, pulling him back to the present. Something warm ran down his chest. Blood. He knew that feeling too well. His breathing became slower. I should be scared, he thought. But he wasn't. There was only silence inside him. A calm sadness. Like his body had already accepted the end, even if his mind had not. Then something changed. A sound. Soft. Broken. Almost shaking. At first he thought it was the wind. Or maybe a machine losing power. But no, this sound was different. It sounded like crying. His heart jumped. Crying meant someone was alive nearby. He tried to focus. The sound came again. Weak, quiet, full of pain. It did not sound human, yet it carried emotion. Real emotion. His fingers twitched. Pain screamed through his arm, but he forced himself to try again. His body felt heavy, like it was not fully his anymore. The crying was closer now. Who would cry here? This place did not feel like Earth. Slowly, very slowly, he forced his eyes open. Light stabbed into them. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out. Shapes formed above him, blurred, moving. One shadow leaned closer. The light behind it made it hard to see clearly. Then a face. His breath stopped. It was a woman, but not human. Her skin had a soft glow, pale and smooth, almost silver under the strange light. Her eyes were large, shining like liquid glass. Dark lines ran gently across her face, forming patterns he had never seen before. And she was crying. Clear tears rolled down her cheeks, glowing faintly as they fell. One tear dropped onto his face. Warm. Real. He blinked. The woman gasped when his eyes moved. She stepped back quickly, fear flashing across her face. Her hands trembled as she raised them slightly, as if she did not know whether to help or run. She spoke. The words were strange, soft but sharp at the same time. A language he had never heard before. It flowed like music but carried panic. He tried to speak. Nothing came out. His throat was dry, burning. His chest hurt too much. His body refused to respond. The alien woman looked around quickly, as if afraid someone might see her. Then she looked back at him. Her eyes met his. In that moment, he expected anger, or cold curiosity, or hate. Instead, he saw guilt and fear. She knelt beside him slowly. Her movements were careful, unsure. Like she was afraid she might hurt him even more. She reached out, then stopped. Her hand hovered above his chest, shaking. She whispered something quietly. Her voice cracked. Another tear fell. Why is she crying for me? He wondered. His vision blurred again. Darkness tried to pull him back. But he fought it. He needed to understand what was happening. He focused on her face. She noticed his eyes following her. You awake? She said slowly. The words were broken. The sound was strange. But it was English. His heart raced. He tried to nod. Even that small movement sent pain through his neck. She leaned closer. Relief washed over her face. But it did not last long. Footsteps echoed in the distance. Heavy. Fast. The alien woman froze. Fear returned to her eyes. Real fear. the kind that makes the body stiff and the heart race. She looked at him again, panic clear on her face. No, no time, she whispered. She pressed something against his arm. Cold. Sharp. He felt a small sting, then warmth spreading through his veins. His pain dulled slightly. Sleep, she said softly. Please. He did not want to sleep. He wanted answers. But his body betrayed him. The world began to fade again. As darkness closed in, he heard voices, deep, harsh, not human. Angry sounds filled the air. Lights moved above him. The last thing he saw was the alien woman standing up, wiping her tears quickly. Her face changed. Fear turned into a mask. Calm. Cold. She stepped away from him, pretending she did not care. But he knew the truth. She looked back once. Their eyes met again. And in that single moment, he understood something important. She was not his enemy. Darkness swallowed him whole. Darkness slowly pulled away. The man felt it first in his chest. A steady rise and fall. Breathing. He was still alive. That surprised him. He opened his eyes again, this time with less pain. The light above him was soft and blue, not sharp like before. The air felt warmer. Clean. Almost calm. He was lying on a flat surface. Smooth and cold. His arms were free, but weak. Tubes and thin wires were connected to his chest and neck. This was not Earth. The room was wide and silent. The walls curved gently, glowing with lines of soft light. No sharp corners. No shadows. He turned his head slowly. He was alone. Fear crept into his chest. Where am I? Why am I alive? A quiet sound came from behind him. He froze. Slow footsteps. Someone entered the room. It was her, the alien woman from before. She walked carefully, like every step mattered. She wore a long dark suit that fit her body perfectly. Strange symbols moved slowly across the fabric, glowing faintly. When she saw his eyes open, she stopped. For a moment, neither of them moved. Her face showed surprise, then relief. But again, that relief did not stay. It faded into worry. You awake, she said softly. Her English was clearer now, but still slow. He swallowed. His throat still hurt, but he forced words out. Yes. His voice was weak. It did not sound like his own. She nodded slightly. That good, she replied. You need rest, but you wake early. He tried to sit up. Pain pushed back hard. She moved quickly and placed her hand near his shoulder, stopping him. She did not touch him directly, just close enough to warn him. Do not move, she said. Your body very damaged. He lay back again, breathing slowly. Why am I here? He asked. She looked away. That answer took time. You were found, she said finally. After crash. What crash? He asked. She hesitated. Our ship failed, she said. We did not plan to be near your world. His heart beat faster. You're aliens, he said. She looked back at him. Yes. She did not deny it. No fear. No anger. Just truth. He laughed softly. It hurt his chest, so he stopped. Of course you are, he said. She did not understand the humor. Her eyes stayed serious. You are not afraid, she said. I think I ran out of fear, he replied. That surprised her. She stepped closer, studying his face like she was trying to understand something new. Humans usually fear us, she said. I don't even know you, he answered. Fear needs energy. I don't have much left. Her eyes softened again. Silence filled the room. He watched her closely. Her movements were careful, controlled. But something inside her felt broken. Why were you crying? He asked suddenly. Her body stiffened. She turned away. That is not important, she said. It is to me, he replied. She took a deep breath. You should rest, she said again. She turned to leave. Wait, he said. She stopped but did not turn around. If you wanted me dead, he said slowly, I would be dead already. She closed her eyes. Yes, she said quietly. Then why save me? She faced him again. Her eyes were full of conflict. Because you were alone, she said. And because I saw fear in your eyes, but also acceptance. He frowned. That is not normal for a soldier, she continued. You thought you would die, and you accepted it. How do you know I'm a soldier? He asked sharply. She hesitated again. We scanned you, she admitted. Your body. Your memories surface only. That made him uncomfortable. You can read minds? He asked. No, she said quickly. Not like that. Only echoes. Pain leaves marks. He stayed silent. So, I was just a test subject? He asked. Her jaw tightened. Yes, she said. At first. His chest tightened. And now? He asked. She did not answer. The door behind her slid open suddenly. Two tall figures entered the room. They were not like her. Their bodies were larger. Their eyes cold. Their skin darker, harder. Their presence filled the room with pressure. He felt small. Weak. One of them spoke in a sharp alien voice. She replied quickly in their language. Their voices rose. Angry. Demanding. He did not understand the words, but he understood the tone. They were not happy he was awake. One of them looked at him with clear dislike. The alien woman stepped slightly in front of him. Protective. That told him everything. The taller alien pointed at him. She shook her head. More arguing. Finally, the two aliens turned and left. The door closed. Silence returned. Her shoulders dropped slightly. You are not safe, she said quietly. That makes two of us, he replied. She looked at him, surprised again. They want to study you, she continued. Human biology. Human survival. And you? He asked. I am assigned to observe, she said. Assigned, he repeated. Not by choice. She met his eyes. No, she said. Not by choice. He saw it clearly now. She was a prisoner too. What happens to me? He asked. She did not answer. Tell me, he said. She took a step closer. When they finish, she said softly, you will not return to your world. His heart dropped. So I die, he said. Yes, she replied. He closed his eyes. That was simple, clear. But something inside him refused to accept it. And you? He asked. She hesitated. If I help you, she said, I die with you. He opened his eyes again. Then why help me at all? He asked. She whispered, because someone once saved me and paid the price. Before he could ask more, alarms suddenly echoed through the ship. Red light filled the room. She turned sharply toward the door. Fear returned to her face. They are coming, she said. You must pretend to sleep. She pressed another device against his arm. Warmth flowed again. Remember this, she whispered. Not all monsters choose to be monsters. His eyes closed. But this time, his mind stayed awake. And one thought burned brighter than fear. If she was willing to die for me, then this was not the end. He woke up screaming. Air rushed into his lungs like fire. His chest moved fast, wild, out of control. His hands shook as he tried to sit up, but invisible force held him down. He was not in the same room. This place was smaller, darker, cold. A clear surface covered his body, pressing him gently but firmly against the bed. Lights moved above him in slow circles, scanning every part of his skin. He tried to shout, but his voice echoed weakly. Stop, he whispered. No one answered. A sharp sound cut through the room. Pain exploded inside his head. Images flooded his mind, memories that were not his choice. His childhood home. His first fight. His first kill. He clenched his teeth. Get out of my head, he thought. The pain grew stronger. Then it stopped. The lights froze. Silence returned. His breathing slowed. A shadow appeared behind the clear wall. He saw her. The alien woman. She stood outside the room, watching him with wide eyes. Her face was pale. Her hands clenched tightly at her sides. She looked guilty. She opened her mouth, but no sound came out. He shook his head slowly. This is not your fault, he wanted to say. But words failed him again. The wall slid open, cold air hit his skin. She stepped inside. I am sorry, she said quickly. I try to stop them. He laughed softly. They don't listen to you, he said. No, she replied. They do not. She moved closer and touched the clear surface above him. It disappeared instantly. He could move again. Pain shot through his muscles, but freedom felt better than comfort. They are studying you, she said. Your pain response. Your fear. And my memories, he added. She nodded. That was not planned, she said. They went too far. He turned his head toward her. You knew it would hurt, he said. Yes, she admitted. But you stayed. She lowered her head. If I leave, she said quietly, they replace me with someone worse. That truth sat heavy between them. Footsteps echoed outside. She froze. They will return soon, she said. We have little time. For what? He asked. For choice, she answered. She pressed something small into his palm. A thin metallic disc. Warm to the touch. This will block part of the scans, she whispered. Not all, but enough. Why help me? He asked again. Her eyes met his. Because you remind me of someone, she said. Who? He asked. My brother, she replied. He did not expect that. He was captured, she continued. By your kind. Humans. He died during study, she said softly. Guilt hit him like a punch. I'm sorry, he said. She nodded. I know, she replied. You did not choose that. Alarms rang again. Different this time. Louder. Angrier. Red lights flashed. They are angry, she said. Your mind is resisting. I don't feel strong, he replied. You are, she said. They do not understand human will. The door burst open. 3 guards entered. Tall. Armed. Silent. They moved toward him. She stepped in front of them. No more today, she said firmly. One guard grabbed her arm. She did not cry out. He shouted. Leave her. The guard looked at him. Curious. Cold. The pain device activated again. His body shook. She screamed. Stop. The guard hesitated. She locked eyes with him. She is under my responsibility, she said. After a long pause, the guard stepped back. They left. The door slammed shut. She fell to her knees. He tried to move toward her. His body failed him. I'm sorry, she whispered. You saved me, he replied. No, she said. I delayed your death. Silence wrapped around them. Then she looked up. There is something you must know, she said. What? He asked. They are not afraid of your weapons, she continued. They fear something else. What? He repeated. She leaned closer. Human empathy, she whispered. You bond too easily. And that makes you dangerous. He stared at her. That's not dangerous, he said. To them, she replied. It is. She stood up. I must leave, she said. They will watch me now. She paused at the door. If you survive tomorrow, she said, we talk about escape. His heart skipped. You think escape is possible? He asked. She did not turn around. I think hope is a virus, she said. And you infected me. The door closed. He lay back, staring at the ceiling. Pain still lived in his body. Fear still lived in his mind. But something new lived in his chest. Purpose. For the first time since the crash, he did not feel like a victim. He felt like a threat. The room felt smaller after she left. The man lay still, staring at the glowing ceiling. Lines of light moved slowly above him, like silent watchers. His body hurt, but his mind hurt more. Escape, he thought. She had said the words so carefully, like it was dangerous even to speak. Time passed differently here. There was no sun, no night, only light changing color, slowly and quietly. He did not know how long he waited. Then the door opened again. She entered, but this time she was not alone. A small floating device followed her, silent and round, with a single blue light in the center. It moved like it was alive. She noticed his eyes on it. Observer, she said. It listens. So we can't talk, he said. Not freely, she replied. She walked to the side of the room and touched the wall. A section of it changed color and darkened. The device stopped moving. She looked at it. Remain, she said firmly. The blue light dimmed. He raised his eyebrows. You just told it to stop listening, he asked. It will record silence, she said. That is allowed. She sat down slowly on a low surface near him. For the first time, she looked tired. Not physically. Something deeper. I should not be here, she said quietly. But you are, he replied. Yes, she said. And that means my time is short. He felt a tight knot in his chest. Because of me, he said. She did not deny it. They are watching patterns, she explained. Behavior. Emotion. Attachment. Attachment, he repeated. She nodded. I should not care, she said. But I do. He stayed silent. She looked at him directly. You want truth, she said. So, I will give it. He leaned his head back slightly, preparing himself. In our society, she began, emotion is controlled. It is seen as weakness. That sounds familiar, he said softly. She almost smiled. We are taught early, she continued, that survival is logic, not feeling. And you don't believe that, he said. I believed it once, she replied, before I learned what it costs. She stood up and walked toward the wall again. Another section opened, showing a dark space behind it. Inside, there was a symbol, old, carved deep. She placed her hand on it. I was not always a scientist, she said. He listened closely. I was trained as a watcher, she continued, to observe developing species. Like humans, he said. Yes, she replied. His jaw tightened. I watched your world for many cycles, she said. Wars, love, fear, hope. You watched us kill each other, he said. Yes, she answered. And still, you kept choosing to care. She turned toward him. That confused us, she said. It still does. She walked back and sat closer now. I broke a law, she said quietly. What law? He asked. I interfered, she replied. His heart skipped. With who? He asked. With my brother, she said. He froze. He was sent to observe your world, she continued. But he did not only watch. He helped someone, he guessed. She nodded. A human child, she said. In a war zone. The man closed his eyes. That never ends well, he said. No, she replied. It ended with his capture. She swallowed. They studied him, she said. The same way they study you. Silence filled the room. He did not survive, she finished. The man felt anger rise, sharp and hot. And now you're doing the same mistake, he said. Yes, she replied without hesitation. Why? He asked. Because I saw his face, she said. In yours. He looked at her. You're projecting, he said. Maybe, she replied. Or maybe history is repeating itself. She leaned forward. There is something else you must know, she said. What? He asked. You are not the first human here, she said. His blood ran cold. How many? He asked. She did not answer. That bad, he said. She nodded slowly. They never last, she said. Some break. Some fight. Some go silent. And me? He asked. She looked into his eyes. You adapt, she said. That makes you dangerous. For them, he said. Yes, she replied. A low sound echoed through the ship. She stiffened. They are preparing the next phase, she said. What phase? He asked. Integration, she replied. That sounds polite, he said. It is not, she answered. She reached into her suit and pulled out a thin band. She held it tightly. This was my brother's, she said. It hides neural signatures. You want me to use it, he said. Yes, she replied. But that will mark you. As what? He asked. As someone worth eliminating, she said. He exhaled slowly. So either way, I die, he said. She looked away. Unless we change the rules, she said. And how do we do that? He asked. She hesitated. By making them afraid, she said. He laughed once. I can barely stand, he said. They do not fear strength, she replied. They fear influence. He frowned. Explain, he said. You are bonding with me, she said. And I am bonding with you. And that scares them, he asked. Yes, she said. Because if emotion spreads, control ends. She stood up suddenly. They are coming, she said. The observer device brightened again. She stepped back, her face changing. Cold. Professional. Before leaving, she looked at him one last time. If I fail, she said quietly, remember this. What? He asked. You were never weak, she said. You were human.
The door closed.
He lay back again, heart racing. He finally understood the truth. He was not just a prisoner. He was a symbol. And symbols were always dangerous. The man did not sleep. His body rested, but his mind stayed awake. Thoughts moved in circles, sharp and heavy. Every word she had spoken returned again and again. You are not weak. You are human. He stared at the ceiling. The light above him was calm, almost gentle. It did not match the truth of this place. He was a prisoner. She was a prisoner. And soon, one of them would be gone. A soft sound broke the silence. The door opened slowly. She stepped inside. This time, she moved faster, like time was chasing her. Her eyes were alert. Her breathing was tight. They have decided, she said. His heart jumped. Decided what? He asked. The final test, she replied. That was fast, he said. You adapted faster, she answered. She walked to his side and looked down at him. You will be moved soon, she said, to the core chamber. That sounds bad, he said. It is, she replied. He tried to sit up. His body shook, but this time he did not fall back. She noticed. You are stronger, she said. I don't feel strong, he replied. Strength is not feeling, she said. It is continuing. She reached into her suit and pulled out the thin band again. My brothers, she said. You already showed me that, he replied. This time, she said, I am giving it to you. He stared at it. If I take it, he said, they will know. Yes, she replied. And if I don't, he asked. They will erase you, she said calmly. He closed his eyes. So this was the moment. The choice. How much time do I have? He asked. Minutes, she replied. He took a deep breath. Tell me the truth, he said. All of it. She hesitated, then she nodded. The core chamber is where control lives, she said. All decisions pass through it. You want me there, he said. Yes, she replied. You are unpredictable. Unpredictability is chaos. He looked at her. And what happens to you? He asked. Her eyes shifted. I stay behind, she said. He frowned. Why? He asked. Because someone must distract them, she said. That sounds like a nice word for dying, he said. She did not answer. He reached out and caught her wrist. She froze. This was the first time he touched her. Her skin was warm. You said if you help me, you die, he said. Yes, she replied. And you're still doing it, he said. Yes, she replied again. Why? He asked quietly. She looked at his hand on her wrist. Because, she said, some lives are louder than others. He let go slowly. I won't leave you behind, he said. She shook her head. That is not your decision, she said. It is if I refuse, he replied. She stared at him. If you refuse, she said, everything ends. Now. Maybe that's better, he said. No, she said sharply. It is not. She stepped closer. You think dying ends pain, she said. It does not. It passes it forward. Her voice cracked. I have lived with that pain, she continued. I will not pass it again. Silence filled the room. Then alarms began to sound. Low, deep, constant. They are coming, she said. She pressed the band into his hand. Choose, she said. He looked at it. A small object. A heavy future. He slipped it onto his wrist. It locked instantly, sending a soft vibration through his arm. The lights in the room flickered. She gasped. They felt that, she said. Footsteps thundered outside. Too late to turn back, he said. Yes, she replied. Now you must survive. The door burst open. Guards flooded the room. Weapons raised. She stepped forward, blocking their path. He is under transfer, she said loudly. One guard looked at his wrist. The band. Their posture changed. Fear. Real fear. She glanced back at him. You see, she whispered. Influence. They grabbed him roughly and pulled him to his feet. Pain screamed through his legs. He bit back a cry. She watched him closely. Remember, she said. Core chamber. Speak. Feel. Do not fight. They dragged him away. As the doors closed, their eyes met one last time. He wanted to say something, anything, but the words stayed trapped in his chest. The hallway was long and bright. Walls pulsed with energy. The guards moved fast. He stumbled but kept walking. Continuing his strength, he told himself. The core chamber doors opened. Inside, the space was massive. Light poured down from above. Shapes moved in the air, data, symbols, thoughts. He felt small and powerful. They pushed him to the center. A voice filled the chamber. You carry contamination, it said. He looked up. I carry memory, he replied. Silence followed. You are flawed, the voice said. Yes, he replied. So are you. The lights flickered. Emotions stirred inside him. Fear, anger, hope. He did not hide it. He let it grow. Somewhere far away, she felt it. And for the first time in a long time, the system hesitated. The core chamber felt alive. Light moved like water around the man. Symbols floated in the air, changing shape every second. Voices whispered from all directions, not loud, but powerful. They were inside his head. You are unstable, the voice said again. You are emotion. He stood in the center, legs shaking, but he did not fall. Yes, he said. I am. A pause followed. The system did not expect agreement. You bring disorder, the voice continued. Disorder is change, he replied. Change is survival. The lights flickered. Around him, guards shifted uneasily. They did not understand what was happening, but they felt it. Something was wrong. Far away, in another section of the ship, she stood perfectly still. Alarms echoed through the corridors. Screens flashed warnings. Energy levels spiked beyond safe limits. She knew what that meant. He is doing it, she thought. A senior commander stepped toward her. You planned this, the commander said coldly. She did not deny it. Yes, she replied. You will be terminated, the commander said. She looked straight back. That was decided the moment I cared, she said. Guards raised their weapons. Before they could fire, the ship shook violently. Energy surged through the walls. In the core chamber, the man felt it too. Pain shot through his body as the system tried to shut him down. Images flooded his mind. Wars, fear, destruction. They were showing him humanity's worst. This is what you are, the voice thundered. He screamed. Then he remembered something else. A child laughing. A hand reaching out to help. A woman crying for a stranger. No, he said through clenched teeth. That is not all we are. The system trembled. Emotion spread through the chamber like fire. The band on his wrist burned hot. You are corrupting the network, the voice warned. Good, he replied. It needs it. Suddenly, lights went dark. Emergency red filled the chamber. Guards shouted. Weapons powered down. The ship lost control. In the chaos, a door burst open. She ran in. Her breath was heavy. Her suit was damaged. Smoke followed her steps. She saw him, still standing, alive. Relief hit her so hard, she almost fell. You should not be here, he said weakly. She smiled sadly. I told you, she replied. Some mistakes are worth repeating. She grabbed his arm. We have seconds, she said. Not minutes. Explosions echoed far away. The ship is breaking apart, she continued. We can reach an escape pod. And you, he asked. She hesitated. There is only space for one, she said. His heart dropped. No, he said immediately. She pulled him harder. Yes, she said. This was always the outcome. He stopped moving. I won't go without you, he said. She turned to face him. You must, she said firmly. If you stay, everything ends. And if I leave, he asked. Then something survives, she replied. Hope. The floor shook again. Metal cracked above them. Guards were coming. She pushed something into his hand. A small data crystal. This contains everything, she said. What they did. What they fear. What about you, he asked. She looked at him one last time. I was already dead, she said softly. You just reminded me how to live. She forced him toward the escape corridor. He resisted. She activated the pod door remotely. A bright light filled the space. "No," he shouted. She placed her hands on his shoulders. "You promised to continue," she said. "This is how." Tears filled her eyes again. But she did not cry. Not this time. She pushed him inside. The door slammed shut, the pod sealed. He banged on the glass. "Don't do this," he yelled. She stepped back. "I already did," she said. The pod launched. Force pressed him into the seat as the ship fell away. Through the glass, he saw it. The alien ship tearing itself apart. Fire. Light. Silence. And her, standing there until the end. The explosion swallowed everything. The pod drifted into darkness. He screamed until his voice broke. Then there was only quiet. Hours passed. Or days. He did not know. Finally, a blue planet filled the window. Earth. The pod entered the atmosphere. Flames surrounded it. He closed his eyes. "I survived," he thought. But she didn't. The pod crashed into the ocean. Rescue teams arrived. Hands pulled him out. Voices shouted. But he heard none of it. He stared at the sky. Free. And completely broken. In his hand, the data crystals still glowed faintly. Proof. Truth. Sacrifice. Somewhere in the stars, a system had learned fear. And a human had learned the true cost of survival. The man woke up to silence. Not the peaceful kind. The empty kind. White walls surrounded him. The smell of metal and medicine filled the air. A soft light hung above his head, steady and cold. Earth. He knew it before anyone told him. His body felt heavy, weak, but alive. Bandages covered his chest and arms. Machines hummed quietly beside him, counting his breaths. He turned his head slowly. A human face looked back at him. A doctor. "You're safe now," the doctor said. The man did not answer. Safe was a strange word. Another person entered the room. Then another. Men in dark suits. No names. No warmth in their eyes. They did not ask how he felt. They asked what he saw. "What happened out there?" one of them asked. The man stayed silent. They waited. Finally, he spoke. "They're not all monsters," he said. The men exchanged looks. "That's not what we asked," one replied. They asked about the ship, the technology, the weapons. He told them what they wanted to hear. Not everything. They took the data crystal from his hand, studied it, copied it, locked it away. They thanked him. Then they warned him. "What you experienced is classified," one of them said. "You will not speak of it." "And if I do?" the man asked. The answer was simple. "You won't." They left. Days passed. Then weeks. He recovered slowly. His body healed faster than his mind. Every night, he saw her face when he closed his eyes. Not during the sacrifice. Before that, when she cried for him, he was discharged quietly. No ceremony. No headlines. No truth. The world moved on. People laughed, fought, loved, hated. They had no idea how close everything came to ending. He tried to return to normal life. It did not work. Loud noises made his heart race. Bright lights reminded him of the core chamber. Silence felt too heavy. He stopped sleeping. He started writing. Not reports. Not warnings. Stories. He wrote about a woman who was not human but more human than most. About a system that feared emotion. About a choice that changed everything. He never named her. But every word carried her memory. One night, months later, someone knocked on his door. He opened it slowly. A woman stood there. Human. But her eyes were different. "I was hoping you were alive," she said. "Who are you?" he asked. She smiled slightly. "Someone who believes you," she replied. They talked for hours. She was not from the government. Not from the military. She worked in silence. Gathering forgotten truths. Lost stories. "They erased most of it," she said. "But not all." He showed her his writing. She read quietly. When she finished, her eyes were wet. "They will never let this out," she said. "I know," he replied. "But stories don't need permission," she said. Time passed again. Years this time. The man grew older. The world changed. Technology advanced. Wars came and went. Fear remained the same. Sometimes at night, he looked up at the stars. He wondered if anyone out there remembered her. If her sacrifice meant something beyond survival. One evening, something strange happened. His old wrist began to vibrate. The band. He thought it was dead. The light flickered once. Then again. A soft signal. His breath caught. He activated it. A single image appeared. Stars. Deep space. And a message. Not words. Emotion. Warmth. Gratitude. Sorrow. And hope. Tears filled his eyes. She was gone, but not forgotten. Somewhere, the system she helped break had changed. Not fully, but enough. He smiled for the first time in years. He understood the truth now. Humanity was not special because it was strong, or smart, or advanced. Humanity was dangerous because it cared, because it mourned strangers, because it sacrificed for others, because it chose empathy, even when it hurt. That was what they feared. That was what saved him. And maybe one day, that would save the universe too. He closed his eyes and whispered a promise into the night sky. We remember you. The signal came at night. Not loud, not sudden, just impossible. The man was sitting alone in his small room, lights off, window open. The city outside was quiet. He liked it that way. Silence was easier to control. His wrist began to vibrate. Soft. Slow. He froze. The band had been silent for years. No power. No response. He had checked it many times. Scientists told him it was dead. Broken beyond repair. Yet here it was. Alive. He looked down at his wrist. A faint light pulsed under his skin. Blue. The same blue he remembered from the ship. His heart began to race. No, he whispered. That's not possible. The light blinked again. Once. Twice. Then a symbol appeared in the air above his wrist. Small. Floating. Clear. It was not a message. It was a map. Stars filled the space. Lines connected them slowly, forming a path. One point glowed brighter than the rest. Far. Very far. He stood up slowly, afraid the moment would break if he moved too fast. The room felt colder. Then something else happened. The sound. A low hum, barely audible, like a memory trying to speak. Images flooded his mind. Not painful this time. Calm. A vast structure in space. Not a ship. Not a station. Something older. Something watching. He dropped to his knees. They survived, he whispered. But deep down, he knew the truth. Not all of them. The next day, he did something he had avoided for years. He went back. Not to the military. Not to the government. To the woman who believed him. She listened carefully as he explained everything. The signal. The map. The light. When he finished, she did not speak right away. Finally, she said, "They told us nothing like this exists." "That's why it scares me," he replied. She leaned forward. "If this is real," she said, "it means the universe didn't forget." He looked at the map again. "It also means," he said quietly, "the story isn't over." They worked in secret. Late nights. Old contacts. Hidden files. Pieces that never fit before now began to connect. Missing probes. Lost signals. Reports erased too fast. A pattern. Something was watching humanity long before the crash. And something had changed after it. "They're reacting," the woman said one night. "Since your return." "To what?" he asked. She looked at him. "To you," she replied. The truth settled slowly. He was never just a survivor. He was proof. Proof that empathy could cross stars. Proof that control could break. Proof that sacrifice could echo. One evening, as he stared again at the glowing map, the band vibrated stronger than before. This time, a voice formed. Not sound. Feeling. Familiar. Warm. Tears filled his eyes. "I'm here," he whispered. The feeling responded. Not with words. With certainty. She was gone. But what she started was not. Somewhere in the dark, A system had learned fear. And somewhere else, another had learned hope. The man stood by the window, looking up at the stars. He finally understood. Humanity was not being prepared for invasion. It was being tested, and the test had only just begun.